7 years ago, November 21st was a Tuesday morning, 1:21 a.m. I was out with my friends, just came back from work. It was a regular routine. Was drinking and driving. Well, we're at my buddy's house, we're drinking, smoking weed, just hanging out. Just a regular night for me, honestly. And the girl that I was with, one of my friends, she asked me, can you take me home? And she was her house was like a kilometer away. So I thought nothing of it. Said, drop you off, I'll come back. It's no big deal. And so we got in the car, and next thing I know, I'm waking up. I look back, and she's moaning in pain, she's crying. I look back, her fingers, they're broken, they're snapped. You know, there's blood everywhere, and she's crying. She snapped her pelvis. You know, the buddy in my front seat, he hurt his back. And I touch my head, right? And I look down, I got blood in my hand. I had glass embedded in my skull. I still do to this day. So what had happened was I crashed into a brick wall, and I ended up in someone's backyard. So police came, took us to the hospital. Next thing I know, I'm on a stretcher. Police shove a breathalyzer machine in my mouth. They say, breathe. So I breathe. Takes it out, looks at it. Says, no, breathe harder. It's kind of like invasion of privacy. It feels embarrassing. When you're sitting there in the hospital and cops telling you breathe. It sucked, because I knew, my friends are hurt. There's someone else in the hospital getting checked out. So that night changed my life. I haven't driven for 7 years. Because I didn't have, one of the most important things is I didn't have my insurance. Like, my insurance was invalid. Only 10 days before the accident too, and I didn't even know. So that's another thing, you gotta make sure, check your insurance, make sure everything's good, proper. So they ended up suing me. So in a matter of, this was like 6 months, I got into the accident. 2 of my friends sued me. I was even more depressed than I had been before. And I had to go to court. Judge took away my license. Had to do this Back on Track program that AJ was talking about. Lots of fines, lots of money. My parents, my family, I hurt them. I hurt my friends. It comes to a point where sometimes your family, your friends depend on you, and because you can't do something simple as driving, and you can't help them. And so it took away 7 years of my life. I'm just getting it back now. Actually, tomorrow, I get my restriction off. So that's 7 years and what, 1 month? Something like that, of no driving. So I'm gonna be so happy when I'm gonna be able to go do that tomorrow. But it's just not worth it. It's just a lifetime of, maybe not a lifetime, but I mean, I'm just thankful my friends didn't die. Because it was bad. You go through a brick wall, that's crazy. The only reason we probably survived is because I was driving a BMW. And actually, those cars, they have heavy sets, so they can take the impact. If I was driving a Civic, I'd be dead. We'd all be dead. That's the craziest thing about it. There's so many, it was a bad experience, but I'm fortunate that nobody died. But it's just not worth it. Depending on who you are, your situation, you won't have your license for a long time. And that's just one aspect. There's another aspect, using your cell phone and driving too. In 2001, my mom, she was hit by a car. So she was crossing the street, This lady was on her cell phone, taking a left. Wasn't paying attention. She ran right over my mom. The mom goes on the hood. Lady stops. And she rolled forward, hit the curb, broke half the bones in her body. And she's had a lifetime of pain ever since. She's still in pain now. She had plates in her, all throughout her body. You know, doctor told her she wasn't going to walk. My mom's strong though. You know, it took her 6 months to recover. That was 6 long, hard months rehab. You know, so it's just not worth it. You know, drive safe. It's just the simplest thing. You know, the smallest thing can screw up your whole life. That's it.
Okay, thank you.